One of the things that is my specialty, so on the Real Estate Investor Association team, is the market update. So I'm going to share with you guys what's going on in the market update and how you can take away in terms of the know where we're at, but also know what to do based on the fact of where we are at, right? And what are some of the strategies that are working right now? So I'll share that with you. I often refer to it as our state of the union. So this is a great way to really understand what's going on in the marketplace. I'm going to put up about 5 different slides as we go through that specifically are what happened this past month in the market. And this slide's just the summary. So you can see Texas and then some of the other major markets that are in here as well. And as we go through, I'll also break down and go into a little bit more detail when it comes to the Dallas-Fort Worth market too, just so you guys can know what's going on here. But this is the summary of what happened last month. And what you saw is a lot of the sales were down throughout all of the major markets. And that's so interesting because it was right after an interest rate decrease. And in fact, this last week, we also had another Fed funds rate decrease. So sometimes we're not seeing the Fed funds rate show up as well. And I'm going to see if I can adjust my volume. So just give me 1 second here. Test, 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 test. A little bit louder, a little bit louder. You guys, is that okay still, guys? All right, good. All right, so let me get back to the other section here. And then I also wanted to highlight what it looked like last year. So this was last month. So this is December of 2025 versus December of 2024 in both the categories of sales as well as.
Keep talking. I'm trying to get this
okay.
on here.
Oh, okay. So I'm glad I have these numbers memorized. So last month was kind of a tough month for us in terms of both sales, primarily sales in all the major markets. So Texas was down overall about 6.7%. The average price was down too, not by much. I mean, we're kind of bouncing around flat lately. The way that we're set up as we finish December, the way that we'll finish 2025 versus 2024 is sales will be up just barely to about flat. So you're looking at somewhere between a 1.5% increase year over year. And then when you look at the average price is going to be up to about flat. So about a 1 to 1.5% increase year over year as well. So when it comes to this market, there's the saying and the TV show, orange is the new black. And in a market like this, flat is the new up. So that's what we're primarily seeing in the marketplace right now. And as we get this going, I'll actually spend a little bit of time too, just sharing with you a little bit about what's going on in the DFW market specifically. So when it comes to the DFW market and the Dallas market are performing the best of all the markets here in Texas. The Austin market has given back a lot, and the San Antonio market has given back a lot. So San Antonio will probably see year-over-year sales down probably in at least the 5% range, and their sales price will also be down probably in the 2 to 3% range, which is so interesting because San Antonio is the most affordable market in Texas, right? So everyone's clamoring for affordability, but no one seems to be buying houses there right now, interestingly enough. And in the news recently, San Antonio was the market that had the most number of contracts that folded, so that were terminated during the option period, and it was over 20% of their contracts in San Antonio went down. Are we making a change out here? Or?
Well, I'm trying. Nancy, I got to get her to let me in the room. She's on, but she can't see my messages. So keep talking. I'll try to get her going.
All right. Do you mind if I pop up one of my slides, or
okay.
do you need
that?
Just
so you know, let me
turn
this over to you.
Yeah,
wait.
sure.
You know, these videos are on here. If you can get it to work, that'd be great. If you can't, let me go ahead and pop to the next slide for you.
That'd be this.
You can't share the slide because you're not on Zoom yet. Right? The other Zoom meeting ended.
Okay, great. But I'll share this with the folks that are here. Is that
You
okay?
can.
Yeah,
That's
great.
correct.
And then, did you want me to be on the lookout for a message or?
I guess so.
Okay.
I'm trying to get her to let me in the room. She's got a issue,
Okay.
I think. She's on, but she's got an issue not able to let me in.
Oh, hey Nance, can you see us?
She can see us, but
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool.
not letting us in the room. So
I can see her in there. Is that not right or?
this computer is not connected.
Okay.
That computer is, so we're not on Zoom.
Is there a way to make the volume on that one go
There
higher?
is not. This
Okay.
computer has the slides, so the only way to do it is to share this computer. I mean, she can't hear you, so unfortunately, because she's not letting this computer connect. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so she's trying to talk to us.
I know.
Maybe-
She's connected to that computer, not this computer.
Yeah, maybe I could just get her on my cell phone and then I could have her talking to my mic.
You want to try
Okay.
that?
All right.
I think that's a little wacky, but
I'm-
she let
I'm-
the other room in the thing. Now she's connected. There we
Hey
go.
guys,
Hey, all right, it's working. Hey Nance, we can hear
so
you.
you might need to turn off one of the other device that you have. Turn off the other device.
Yes.
Okay, and then now I can hear. I've been able to listen in on everything that y'all are saying thus far. By the way, so I heard it all. But can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we
can
got
hear
you.
you.
Yes, yeah.
And you need to make us a co-host so we can share.
Okay, you got it. So let me get you make
And
co-host. And then let me do make
pull up
co-host. All right,
the
there you go.
presentation.
Sure. Here we go. All right.
And if you click once, it plays video one. Click another, it plays video two, another.
Do you want me to change the setting on here so they can see Nancy a little more? Or? Okay, that's great. Yeah. Okay, great. Hey, Nancy, you're in front of everybody. Everybody say hello to Nancy.
Hi
little louder.
guys.
Come
Y'all
on,
don't
guys.
know this
Yeah.
yet, but I'm gonna help y'all be very, very successful in your future real estate investing. You don't know that yet, but that's what's gonna happen. All right. So, hey guys, I would have loved to be there in front of you guys. The only thing is, yesterday, I decided to get braces at a very old age. And oh, guys, I just can't be there in person right now. So the most I can stomach is probably a 10-minute conversation right now. With my braces are the ones that go in the back of your teeth. So, whew, I don't know if I'm going to recommend that for any of you guys at all. We'll see how things go for the next month. With that, my name is Nancy. I have a little bit of a lisp today. I'm going to work on that for the next month as well. With that, what I wanted to tell all of you guys is that I'm going to be one of the individuals helping out at the upcoming workshop that y'all have heard about thus far. At that workshop, we plan to game plan and work on a business blueprint for all of you guys. It doesn't really matter where you're at financially, whether you have money or whether you have money or not, whether you have time or not, whether you have knowledge or not. There's a plan for absolutely everybody. So I believe some of you guys have already signed up thus far. Can you raise your hands in the air for me really quickly and let me know if you have already signed up for the workshop?
Hold
Raise
up your
hands in the air.
blueprints. Hold up your blueprints. She'll know. She'll be able to see you. You can wave your blueprints. All right, there you
Put
go.
them high,
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
them high so I can take a look now. All right, I see
Yeah.
it, I see it. I took a screenshot really quick so that way I know who did it. With that, if you guys are interested in having a chat to kind of have a pregame talk about what's to occur and just so that I can get to know you prior to the workshop. During the workshops, we are doing back-to-back presentations, so sometimes it's hard for me to get to know who you are. So it does help to have some preliminary discussions with each of you, as all of you guys are going to have a different plan. It's not going to be the same for each of you. So if you would like to do that, I have my buddy Thomas somewhere in the background, so he'll go ahead and jot down, names and phone numbers of anybody who would like to have a preliminary chat. You will have to
Thomas.
bear with me. You will have to bear with me as I'm just one day in with these braces. I don't know, guys. Can you give me like a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Can you
can hear you. We
understand
can hear
me?
you. Yeah,
Give me
we
a
can.
thumbs
Yeah,
up if
yeah,
you can
yeah, yeah,
understand
yeah.
me. Am I decent? I don't feel good, but maybe we'll put it out for like 2 or 3 more days so I can get used to these things. But if you can go ahead and get with Thomas, this is my good friend Thomas right here. He'll jot down your name your phone number. I'm pretty sure I already have your phone number because you put that on your enrollment document. But I'll do my very best to chat with you guys as soon as I can. And other than that, I have some recordings here of certain individuals who have attended this workshop. And in their case, I actually recently just asked them to send me a video super quick of their experience at the workshop, what it's done for them. These are not professional videos. Matter of fact, I just recently took these, and for some reason, I gave them to Phil Grove, the engineer in front of you guys. And man, we got to work on his engineering skills because once I gave them to him, the videos look very distorted and outdated. I promise you guys, Bible, we just took these videos, or these guys just took these videos for their brand new iPhones, like roughly a couple weeks ago. So for some reason, they look a little bit old, but it's good enough. So Sharon, Shanoa. Sorry, Sharon's my personal assistant, and Shanoa is not my personal assistant. Shanoa, can you go ahead and press play really quick on one of these for me, please?
Hey folks, MD here. Wanted to share my thoughts on the 3-day workshop and encourage you to attend. We sat, my wife and I, on the front row, far left, and we were there to figure out how to get unstuck. We had been in the real estate space, but we felt we needed some more training from folks who were more successful and more knowledgeable than we were, and we found it there. Not only were we able to get unstuck and have some successes that included far more properties, far more profitability, but also we were able to bring our family into it. So our 4 kiddos are all involved in different parts of the business. We have the opportunity to have them get this exact same training as we would have expected it to take years and years for them to get here. They've been able to do this in just the short period of time that we've been in it, and it's been great. I would recommend that you get to the back of the room, meet up with Nancy, and get your next steps. If you do, I look forward to seeing you, and we'll look forward to hearing your story and share more of mine. Ultimately, I think you'll get 3 things out of that 3-day workshop. 1, the tools you need to be successful in your real estate journey. I think you'll get a pathway or a roadmap to where you're heading. Mm-hmm. And I also think you'll get a network of people that are not only there to motivate you and cheer you on, which we are, but you'll also get folks who can help you from making some of the mistakes that are out there that maybe we've made. So again, back of the room, get with Nancy, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. All the best.
All right, so that's MD, guys. Hopefully I can pronunciate that correctly. So MD, and guys, you know what? Front row is a lucky spot. So if any of you guys, want to get the lucky spots, y'all get there early. Okay, so 8:15 is a good time to get there early to claim your spots. The front row, it's better because there's nothing blocking your way when it comes to the presentations. The slides, they're lengthy. They have a lot of info on it. So y'all guys get there early at 8:15. And you heard it from MD, lucky spot, front row, left side. But let's see here. As I was listening to MD, it made me think about a couple of things. Number one, how many of you guys plan on investing with your spouse? Who's going to be investing with your spouse? Raise your hands. Okay, now hold them high because I'm taking screenshots now. Hold them back, hold them back, hold them back. Thank you, thank you. It's a small screenshot, but it'll work. So please make sure to bring your spouse. Guys, I have an 8-year-old and a 3-year-old, and when you don't bring your spouses, you make me work hard. Do any of you guys want to take away a kid's mommy on purpose? Who wants to do that on purpose? Please, please, please bring your spouses there. You make me work harder when you don't. Okay, do whatever it takes. Meaning, like I've heard different individuals before where they'll tell their spouse, "Hey, please come with me on Friday. If you come with me on Friday, and if you don't like it, don't come back Saturday and Sunday." Do it. Offer them that. If I've heard people say and tell their spouses, like, if you come with me this weekend, I promise I don't want birthday gifts, any gifts for the rest of my life. And let me tell you guys, upon being a successful real estate investor, you can pay for all your own gifts. You don't need gifts from anybody else. Okay. So make sure to bring your spouses there. Other than that, when I was listening to MD, I kind of wrote a little note, bring your kids. If your kids have drive, And if they want to learn how to make money and not have to always build somebody else's dream and instead build their own dreams, bring your kids. My oldest right now is 7 years old and she's already investing, guys. The kids always watch, they always copy their parents. Sometimes they copy their parents. If the parents are doing a good thing, then they copy their parents. Sometimes you kind of see the situation of like a doctor or engineer, pharmacist, or whomever, where they work so hard, they never have time for their children. Well, the children want to be the exact opposite of their parents. This is different with the abundance of and speaking it into existence, if I can speak correctly, with the abundance of successful deals that you're doing, you'll be able to buy your time back and spend time with whomever it is, your loved ones, strangers, your own children, right? So bring your kids, guys. I've seen some amazing things. We don't have time to talk about all the different kids that I've seen that have had wonderful success stories. I wish I had time. I kind of want to make time right now. Yeah, young, it doesn't really matter the ages. If they're 7, 10, and they're teenagers, if they're in their 20s, if they're in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, bring them here with you. And as you can hear with MD, and bear with me here, guys. In MD's family, he has his own personal, one of his daughters just became an attorney who will be helping out the family operation there. Another one is in marketing. Another one is in finances. And I feel like there's like a commercial one. But anyway, it's a whole entire family operation. I think Shanoa knows it better than I do. So go ahead, Shanoa. Oh, I can't hear your mic. I'm sorry. Your mic doesn't work. Oh, I can hear it now. Oh, y'all heard it.
Architect, architect,
Oh, I hear it.
architect, yeah,
I hear it.
architect.
Architect, that's the one. Okay. Well, anyway, I think it's pretty darn cool. And what I love about being at these workshops is as much as y'all are there to learn from Phil, Shanoa, myself, I get to learn from you guys too. Like MD inspired me. I only have two. And I think I'm going to push one to be the real estate attorney for the family. I think so, We'll see what I push the second one to do. But anyway, for sure, the first one, she got attorney locked down, let me tell you. Okay, so moving forward, if we can go ahead, and guys, I see Thomas in the back. Thomas, if you can just go around and just get their name, since we already have everybody's sheet, just get their name. If they want to have a preliminary chat, just write their name down. We'll find their sheet that we have on them that has their phone number. And
Thomas,
then
what I'll ask you to do, if you just want to write their first name and then go grab their white form that we have in the back and then just put a little star on it. So that way when it's scanned, Nancy will see the star on it so she knows everyone to have a one-on-one conversation. So as Nancy said, she's looking at game plan for you so you can make the most out of this coming weekend and the most out of your investing in 2026. Nancy, you want me to share Leah's story or?
I think to save time, we'll skip. I wish, in a way, I don't want to skip it. Let's just do it. Let's play Leah really quick.
Okay, let me see if I can get that going.
Hi, I'm Leah. I'm actually leaving one of our investment properties right now. There's no makeup out in the field, so please forgive me. I also attended the 3-day workshop, and I've been a broker for 27 years now. I've been investing for about 24, 25 years, and joining this has made it so easy for me to streamline my business so that I am no longer relying only on doing the work myself or using my own money. It has allowed me to have so much more time with my family and travel. In fact, find Nancy somewhere in the back of the room because she has been such a force in helping us to streamline everything, travel, have the world that we wanted to have without constantly working.
All right. So in a way, I kind of didn't want to pass that up. How many of you in the room might currently already have some experience, even minor experience in real estate investing? Raise your hands. Like a couple of rental
we got
properties.
a couple people in the front row, so who have been investing in Illinois or Iowa? Ohio. IOEIOU in Ohio. So we've got some folks that have got about 30 properties in Ohio and have been trying to figure out how to make the numbers work in Dallas, right? So they're kind of snowbirds. So Dallas is their snowbird capital. Well, remind me your name again. So when Trisha, so Nancy, when you call Trisha tomorrow, her and her husband's a podiatrist. Interestingly enough, what did you say? Retired. So interestingly enough, someone who broke his foot sat right next to his husband. So there was some podiatry talk earlier on. Nancy almost went into pharmacy, and she got everyone in her family as a doctor of some sort. So she can very much relate to you guys and a little bit about what you're trying to accomplish. So want to make sure you guys take some time. And then who else raised their hand? They're already doing real estate right now? Okay, yeah, what are you doing? You're a realtor? All right, good. Yeah, what's your name? Bryce is a realtor, so you get to talk to him tomorrow. How about you, sir? Second row.
I structure creative innovations.
Structure creative innovations, yeah? For new builds, all right.
All right, and what was the name on
What's your
on that
name
person
for
right
Mr.
there?
Novation? Enrique.
Enrique,
for
got it.
innovations.
Okay, well, perfect. So Trish, mentioned that your husband's a podiatrist. When I was in Japan recently,
Oh,
towards
yeah.
3
Oh, yeah, listen to this.
okay, I was wondering if it was okay if I can go skiing in 2 weeks. I'm bringing the skis, but we'll talk, okay? So, okay, back to it. So the reason why I didn't want to skip Leah, and the reason why I asked that question is Leah is somebody who has been in the industry for 2 decades. And guys, it's very easy to have a chip on your shoulder, a chip of entitlement on your shoulder, thinking like, oh, I already know enough, or, oh, I'm fine. Guys, there's no reason to have that chip of entitlement on your shoulder. There's room for improvement. It'll make your life easier. Let me get my hands on you. Let me get you plugged in to see what we can do to improve things. Whenever I first met Leah, she wasn't able to travel as much as she wanted. She was using all of her own money on her own deals. Big waste of money to do that, guys, by the way. But anyway, so you're not scalable that way. And so she was always hands-on at her own projects. And so there was just so much improvement. In Leah's case, though, I'll be honest, for Leah's case, the thing that I'm most proud about is being able to be her friend. She's a cool person, yeah. So even though there's a bit of an age difference between me and her, we'll go to country concerts together. Me, her, and her husband, and my significant other, we'll all break bread and have dinner, and that's the favorite part about Leah's story that I love, is the friend that I can't live without. But I just wanted to play her story really quick, just so y'all know that even if you're experienced, there's room for improvement. 100%. We all can. Even I can, after being in this business for a decade. So let's go ahead and play the next person, Grant.
Yeah, so Leah is actually in DFW, and some of the colleagues that are part of the Real Estate Investor Association, about 4 of them are doing a loan on her next project. So for her, she likes to keep her powder dry so she can get the next project and get that set up and then line up the funding. So she's actively, this is her at one of her job sites. And sometimes she actually gets to join us. I don't know if she'll be joining us in January, but sometimes you actually get to meet her in person. She is a fantastic woman. She's brought her son into the business. She invests with her husband. Literally like lovebirds, love of their lives. You guys kind of have that vibe too, I'm going to say, Trish. And then you got Grant here, so I'll play Grant's video as well. He's also in the DFW market.
Hold on, Chanel,
Yeah,
hold
yeah.
on. Christopher just texted me right now, and I'm not on my own laptop, and I'm on Christopher's laptop, and I cannot get his text messages to stop dinging, guys. So forgive me if I knew how to do it, I would take it off, but it's not working. So moving on forward, though, I want to go ahead and show y'all guys something, because I asked Christopher for something really quick. Let's see here, exit. Let's just do this one. Really wish I was on my own laptop right now, but okay. So here we go. So back to Zoom. This is actually Leah. Christopher just texted this to me. I don't know how he knew to text this to me, but he did. So here we go. This is Leah. This is her husband, Asian. This is me. This is Christopher. This is obviously, but we're hanging out at a country concert, watching one of our favorite artists that we just watched recently again. But that's Leah. These guys are a whole bunch of fun. One of the things that I personally love about real estate investing is the fact that, you know, and you'll hear me say this over and over again. I actually took this slogan from another one of the individuals in Chinoa and Phil's network. But the statement is that when it comes to real estate investing, we don't just do business together as far as the people in this network, we do life together. And to me, honestly, forget the money. That's like the most important thing. So I can't wait to meet you guys and do some introductions later. All right, Chinoa, can we go ahead and play the next one?
What's up, everybody? This is Grant, and I promised Nancy that I would come back and make a special appearance during their upcoming 3-day workshop that they've got going on. I joined real estate just a short 4 years ago. I was able to leave my career that I had been in for 15 years. And in my first transaction that they helped me with, I made $127,000. During my first year, while I maintained my full-time job, I made $127,000 on the first deal, then $750K during my first year. And then here we are just a short 4 years later. I've made more now in net worth than I would have made for the rest of my working career. So I'm happy to share my story. If you want to talk to Nancy, please find her, get connected with her, and we'll see you at the upcoming 3-day event. Thanks.
All right, guys. So I kind of don't want to share too much of Grant's story because Grant actually confirmed that he's going to be at the upcoming workshop that y'all guys are going to be at. Raise your hands if you're going to make it a priority and get to the Dallas workshop. Raise your hands one more time. Let me see it. All right, all right. So since you said it, I'm not going to share the story. I'm just kidding. I'll give you one tidbit. Grant here, he ended up making, I can't keep track of his net worth because it keeps on increasing every single month, but his net worth is somewhere between 4.6 million to 5 million. 5 million. When he gets there, he'll tell us, okay? But he attended this weekend workshop. This workshop is the start of it all. He attended it roughly a little over 4 years ago, just a little over 4 years, 4 years, maybe 4 years and a half, somewhere between there. And he was able to make about somewhere above $4.6 million in net worth. Raise your hands if you want that story, guys. Raise your hand. Who wants to be able to achieve those numbers? All right, we should put 2 hands in the air, yeah? Okay, so guys, there's a reason why I'm jumping on Zoom. I am passionate about what this workshop does for people, how it changes their life. You know, sometimes I see people who are kind of mopey, sorry guys, mopey, impacted by life, kind of beat up by life, and I love to see the smiles on their faces after they just have some time to hang out with our network and have time to be able to implement and learn from others in this network. It is beautiful. It's beautiful. But we'll talk about it later, guys. I think I'm at my wit's end with this tongue, and I would just like to go to sleep, guys. So if y'all forgive me for not being able to be my best right now, I will see y'all at the workshop. And by the time the workshop comes around, I'm going to be able to speak. Okay. So we'll talk later. Okay, guys?
All right, Nance, thanks for jumping on. We'll see you in a bit. We're going to jump right back into the market update, guys, and I'll show you a little bit about what happened last month. I'm going to pull up the overall Texas, and then I'll pull up what it looks like in the DFW area as well, just to make sure to go through that. But since DFW makes up somewhere between 20 and 25% of Texas, I wanted to kind of give you an idea of what the rest of Texas look like. So guys, this is December of 2025 versus December of 2024, okay? So this is not the year-to-date numbers. The year-to-date numbers are basically flat on both, flat to a little bit up on both average price as well as closed sales. But last month, Dallas saw average and median prices down, only down 1%, but still down. Closed sales last month down 6.7%. Days on market, 71 days, even though it's longer than what we were at the same time last year, it's still very strong. Months of inventory, one of the smaller, shorter months of inventory in all of Texas at about 5.2 months of inventory. And the number of pending sales this month in December, as we went into December, versus what it was last year. So we are also down in terms of the pending sales as well. Inventory is still growing in Dallas, in Texas, and also in the Dallas area as well. And then at the bottom here below this red line, what you're going to see is 2020 versus 2021. So you saw in that time period, average price up 18%. Next column, 2021 versus 2022, average price up almost 11%. 2023 versus 2022, basically flat. And then last year, 2024 versus 2023's average price was up about 2%. It'll be not dissimilar for Texas as we end the rest of 2025 as well. And I'll go ahead and show the Dallas-Fort Worth market. So last month, the average and median price, we saw a decrease in each of those. For all the rest of the year, it's been up, usually up around 1%. So this is the first month that we've seen it down and down 5%. Days on market compressing right now at about 68 days versus 57 last year, still very strong. Months of inventory in DFW is one of the smaller months of inventory in all of Texas at 4.2 months of inventory. We did see a reduction in the number of sales, and we've got a reduction, we have an increase this year versus last year in the number of pending sales. Total active listings are up. We are seeing a lot of properties move off the market, going from a for sale status on this side, right, to a listing status over here. So we had an increase in the number of properties that were leased on the MLS. We had an increase in the price, and we have an increase in the number of lease listings. Sometimes a failed listing will turn into a lease. So sometimes people are accidental landlords. I saw a lot of accidental landlords come out of 2008, 9, 10, and 11. And if you just held it even to 2015, you were probably making somewhere between $50,000 and $100,000, right? So the market's always kind of in somewhere in the market cycle. You just have to hold it long enough to get that difference between the buy and the sell. Houston, I'll run through that market super quick, just in case you guys have some interest there. It was a mixed in terms of the average and median price, up a little, down a little, based on average versus median. 60 days on market, a really fast moving market there. The closed sales were down, but they were the least down in all the markets at only down 2.3. But pending sales are up year over year at 7%. Houston is going to see probably a 2 to 4% increase in closed sales when we close the year, and probably about a 2% increase in average price when we close the year this month. And you can see some of the prior year activity here as well, just to kind of get a little bit of a comparison there. In the San Antonio market, this market's getting hit the hardest in in Texas. We'll look at Austin next. But sales were down last month 19%. Pending sales down 17% versus last year. But interestingly enough, the properties that are selling for more than what they sold for last year. And in the Austin market, you'll see again that mix right there. Average price up 1.6%, median price down 1.4%, 82 days on market. The total number of sales down 9%. Pending sales are a little higher and forecasted to be, pending sales are our closest leading indicator of what closed sales will be as we close December. So those numbers are actually a little bit higher. And then again, you can see some of the growth that we had. So Austin had some of the biggest growth of all of Texas, with that average price from 2020 to 2021 up almost 30%. Now, we did give some of that back in 2023, and just a little bit back, about 1.3%. So I think we're kind of at the bottom there in that market. I'll walk you guys through what some of the different market drivers are, just so you can have an idea of what some of the things that are pushing the market in different directions. One of the things that we're seeing is consumer confidence. We have been watching it go down a little bit, so there's a little more uncertainty in the market than what we've seen in the past. Unemployment rate, and I think they updated this today. I want to say US went up to like 4.6, but Texas still in that 4.1 range. Job growth in Texas is still positive and better than what we're seeing in the rest of the United States. The stock market 2025 has been a record year, especially if you're in some of the Magnificent Seven and the tech growth sector as well. Housing affordability, those interest rates, the Fed funds rates are starting to go down, but the 10-year Treasury, which is the thing that is most connected to the mortgage rates, we're not seeing that drop at the same rate that we're seeing the overnight Fed funds rate. So we'd still love to see this drop a little bit. And then the housing price trajectory. So US is up, Texas is up, but it's only up about 0.8%, which is pretty good in a market that really skyrocketed, probably more than just about any of the other major markets in the United States. Housing supply and months of inventory, both of those sectors are growing. And that puts a little bit of pressure on the housing price as well. We're building to what we are selling, so we're not overbuilding. Back in 2008, 9, and 10, we were way overbuilt. Right now, none of the builders are building really speculatively like they did in the last about 15 years ago, so they've got a good control over that. Construction labor growth, so we're unfortunately removing some of the people that we need here to build houses. I just want to move the people who want to hurt us and not the people that want to build for us, right? Some of the housing demand, so these are kind of yellow, right? So closed sales and pending sales trajectory, basically flat. We do still have solid in-migration into Texas. We have a ton of big businesses that are moving out of, like Chicago and some of these other major markets and moving down to Texas because Texas is a little bit more business friendly. Then we got some wild cards to continue to watch that we've kind of been watching in 2025 and will continue to watch in 2026. So that includes how much of an interest rate decrease that we'll see. So Fed Chairman Powell is going to be retiring. I can't remember if it's March or it's May, but Trump is already interviewing several people who are basically saying, yeah, I'll bring the interest rates down, right? So, and that's, I think, what we want in the housing market. Although if we see lower interest rates, we'll probably see a little bit more inflation. So that'd be the big change there. We did have some tax law changes that were beneficial to us as real estate investors. And we got 2 wars that someone put on pause. So I think they've got a couple of ceasefires going, although the ceasefires are just hanging on by a cat's toenail. Hard to say which way those are going to go. But if we could settle those out, I think we'll kind of feel a little bit better when it comes to consumer confidence as well. And then we still have tariffs hitting, immigration hitting, inflation and AI. So those are some of the wild cards that have hit us in 2025 and will continue to hit us in 2026. So the forecast for 2026, I think we're at the bottom of the market here in Texas. And we do have several interest rates that are forecasted to drop in 2026. If the market is able to get below about that 5.5% interest rate, and then some of the folks with really, really good credit can buy it down to maybe 5% interest rate, I think that's when we're going to start to see the market move in terms of both sales as well as in terms of prices. So in fact, I remember in 2015 being in an economic summit about housing in Texas, and they basically said we're about to have a housing shortage because we basically stopped building from 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 because we were oversupplied. And then when we got to 2020, what did we find? We had a major housing shortage. So we're going through the same cycle again where the builders are not building enough, right? And we'll probably see that same housing shortage as we come out of the market cycle as those interest rates start to change a little. And guys, I'll go ahead and take any questions as we wrap up here today. Any questions that you guys might have about the market, where we are in the market, what to expect, or what to do in 2026. And of course, as we get together for the 3-day workshop in January, we'll discuss what a lot of those things are going to be. What questions do you guys have? What questions? Wow. Sounds like I've solved all the real estate problems in the world. Just like I feel so good. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, yes, sir. So we have the Texas REIAs Facebook page. Yeah. And then you'll get an email from us on our team tomorrow. But you can go ahead and go find the Texas REIAs Facebook page and join. So where lots of deals kind of change and different stuff goes on in that time frame. But don't get in a hurry to do a bad deal. So one of the things that we've seen, we've had the uncomfortable conversations with some people who are like, I was so excited after the REIA meeting, I went ahead and put something under contract. And like, I have access to the MLS. Nancy does too. She looks at it, she's like, you're going to lose like $30,000 on this deal. And you're like, oh, it's like, just wait. So we want to make sure to open up some of the different strategies and how to look at deals. So I would say get some of your reps in, right? Go out there, talk to people, get reps in. Don't yet commit to anything because you may still have some kind of learning to do. But I would say cry in the training so you can laugh on the battlefield. So what that means is start having weird, awkward, uncomfortable, I don't know what I'm doing type conversations with sellers, right? And then one of the things that we do at the workshop is we make sure you guys have all those 2mm tweaks on exactly what to say, exactly how much to offer, exactly how to structure, etc. Yeah. Did I see some questions over here? No? Anybody? Any other questions, guys? Yeah. Great question. The question was, do you have to have a real estate license? No. I am licensed. My husband is not. I find that is the best team that you can have. One of the investors has a license and the other investor does not have a license. The non-licensed investor can say something to an owner like, fire your realtor, they're an idiot. I can't say that, but I have access to databases and information that my husband doesn't have, right? So that combination can be very powerful. I'd say if I had to put kind of an estimate on it, I'd say probably 5 to maybe 8% of the members of the association have their license, but 92+% do not. You don't need a license to do investing. Yeah, great question. You have to have a license to sell properties for other people, but you can sell all your own. Yes, ma'am.
So if you're licensed, right, and you're doing a wholesale, do you have to disclose that you're licensed?
The question was, if you're licensed and you're doing a wholesale deal or any type of a deal, do you have to disclose? And the answer is 100% yes. So at the first substantive contact, you have to tell them, I'm a realtor, right? In your email, it has to say that, right? You have to write it into the contract on page 5. It asks the question if you're a realtor and you're a seller or the buyer. And then you have to give them the information about brokerage services and the consumer protection notice. It's also best practice, and not every realtor does it, but it's also best practice to run just a CMA for them, just to say your house is worth $300,000 after you put $150,000 in, and that's why I'm only offering $75,000 as an example. So yes, you have to disclose, even if you're not the buyer's agent, even if you're not the seller's agent, even if you are representing yourself as the buyer. Yeah, for sure. Disclose, disclose, disclose. Yep.
Does that still apply
If
if like your license is inactive?
your license is inactive, you're still a realtor, even if you're in inactive status. So I would still disclose everything and just say I'm an inactive realtor. So yeah, I would disclose it. Yeah. Was there a podiatrical emergency in the other room? Is that why we lost your husband? Or the chairs are uncomfortable. Bring your own pad. These are the same chairs that they use. Yeah. Well, guys, thank you for joining us. And if you want to schedule some time with Nancy, she's been part of the organization for about, 12, 13 years now. So she's very influential in connecting people and making sure they make the next right move. So guys, until then, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy all the other stuff that might be out there. And God bless you guys. Happy New Year, and see you on the other side to build a great 2026. Thank you, guys. Thank you.